Hello and welcome to another vlog. That's the end of another school half term. Going to Boston tomorrow to work out of Boston Depot for the next few days. I'm looking forward to it, looking forward to a change of scenery. I'm going to get permission. I'm going to speak to my general manager in the morning if he's there. If not, I'll collar him in the afternoon to see if I can do vlogs while running dead or empty, depending on how you look at things, so you can get a perspective from a bus driver's eyes on what we have to put up with on the roads. The school kids, well, what can I say? Last day of term, hyper as anything. Bus was a mess when I got back to the yard, so just had to sweep and mop that. Nearly an hour late finishing. But hey ho, kids will be kids. We were all that age once. Had some fun this evening. Traffic was that heavy. Cars were blocking the junction up outside the temporary bus station here in Lincoln. Always good fun when they do that. Some people can be so inconsiderate. As you've probably just noticed, the junction that I'm sat on, they've altered. They've shortened the yellow box section, so now we can get 3 cars on this bit where I'm sat. I've started recording sessions on a couple of games, Big Pharma being one of them, City Skylines being another, and they should be released in the new year. Not the first week, most likely the second week, as I'm still getting into the routine of doing recordings. Bus driver habit, running an amber, shouldn't really do it, but hey ho. As I say, it's bus driver habit. One thing that people tend to have a go at us for is going through amber lights. Well, normally by the time a traffic light turns to amber, we're within 10 yards. It is not safe for us to stop the vehicle in that space, so we continue through. If we're heavily laden, sometimes you'll see us go through on red, but we will not put the passengers on our vehicle in harm's way of slamming the brakes on. People go flying out the seats, as most buses in the UK, service buses, are unseat belted. So we've got to consider that. It's a bit of give and take. Most of the time we'll anticipate the lights changing from a distance, but sometimes we just don't have that luxury. It's like coming up to these lights, I can see that they're red, so I'm slowing down, and they could change to green by the time I pull up to this car in front. I could get an idiot from the left. pull in front of me. But that sort of thing, yeah, we're constantly planning ahead. But once we get moving, I'll give you a rough idea of whereabouts we start planning braking. If the lights turn amber here, we are within a safe distance to stop. After that, we're just going to go through because it's unsafe. On the front of idiot drivers on the road. It was my work's Christmas do Saturday night, and I don't drink. Well, seldom drink is better, but I certainly do not drink and drive. So obviously I drove some of my colleagues out to where we were having a meal. As we were going up the multi-storey car park looking for a space, there was a jerk that had taken up 2 spaces. Just sat the car smack bang in the middle. Now, I don't know about you, but that to me is inconsiderate. The same as what you might see in a moment. Is this car here and the one on the other side slightly too close to the junction. But that's my opinions. Anyway, I bid you all a happy Christmas, and I shall speak to you again about Boxing Day or day after. Goodbye.